I still don't want to believe the truth. When I close my eyes, I still see myself laughing off Spider-Man's strongest blows. See myself hurting him through the glass wall of my corporate headquarters. But every bit of evidence proves that just the opposite happened. I clearly recall the rush of the wind, and my jet glider automatically breaking my fall.
You're not getting away from me, Norman. Not this time.
I think that's what he said. He didn't register at the time. I was raving by then, thinking that I was winning.
I want to revel in my victory over you. Our final battle deserves a far more public forum.
I remember bragging about the bombs I'd planted and how they'd be triggered. Why not? He couldn't stop me. Wasn't I all-powerful? No, I was not.
Here we are, my boy. This is where it all comes to an end.
I thought I had him helpless, but the power, the victory, was all in my head.
I did it! After all these years, I did it! I killed Spider-Man! Boom! It all falls down! Boom, boom, boom!
Madness.
Sir, you've been going over these tapes for weeks now. Dwelling on this won't change the past.
Ah, faithful men can. He means well. No, Donald. But I must know fact from illusion, and accept the former, no matter how distasteful. It's my own fault, you know. I was the one who engineered the gathering of the Five. I gambled that the ritual would grant me ultimate power, that I would become a god. But instead, I received the gift of madness. Spider-Man has won. Again. And here I sit, tethered to an intravenous drip, dependent upon a cocktail of drugs to maintain my grip of sanity.
We'll find a better solution to that, sir. I promise you. It's strange, though. For a few weeks there, I didn't think we'd have to worry about Spider-Man anymore. I got the distinct impression that he was giving up.
Spider-Man, if we could ask you a few questions. No. I'm through.
Just because he was out of the news for a while? Don't be ridiculous. He had no reason to give up that life. He won. So what if people fear and distrust him? All the more reason to continue.
Good morning, Mr. Osborn. Time for...
What? How dare you enter without knocking?
I'm sorry.
We were discussing top-secret matters. Ugh.
But there was no harm done, was there, Donald?
No, sir.
Please, forgive us, nurse.
Friedrichsen, sir. Colina Friedrichsen.
Kalina. A lovely name.
Oh, thank you. It is time to change your IV bag.
I'll take it from here, nurse. That will be all for now.
Yes, Dr. Bindix.
I've examined your PET scans, Norman.
Pardon? Oh, yes. And?
The new scans are interesting. The drug cocktail I devised has definitely improved your condition. You've come a long way from your initial state.
No kidding. Osborn was carted off to the psych ward at Bellevue after Spider-Man stopped him.
Oh my god!
Luckily, only the 2 guards and 2 doctors witnessed his unmasking.
His face!
He belongs to us. They were easily taken by surprise.
Norman Osborn belongs to the Scryers.
By the time the bodies were discovered, we were all miles away. No one ever stopped to speak. Long before the madness claimed him, the boss had reorganized the cult of Scryers into a formidable force, utterly faithful to him. It's all right, sir. You're going to get the best of care.
Yes! The best of everything for Norman Osborn!
But things got worse before they got better. By the time we reached the safe house, he'd become violent, and we were forced to use the Omnium steel restraints. I hated to do it, but he gave me no choice.
I am the Goblin Lord! Mine is the ultimate power!
I was lucky to procure the services of Dr. Bendix in time.
This combination of drugs is working well. Just a bit more fine-tuning and we should have you back to normal.
I didn't like bringing in an outsider, but no one within the cult is Bendix's expertise.
I must have a better delivery system. I'm too vulnerable like this.
Let's take that one step at a time, Norman.
Do not patronize me, Doctor. I will not tolerate that.
No. Of course not.
I must deal with Spider-Man once and for all. And to do that, I must regain complete control. My convalescence progresses glacially. I pass the time by keeping track of the old foe through the media. Mencken redeems himself, obtaining security camera footage from his contacts at Tricorp, and Bendix devises a dermal patch to administer my meds.
Amazing. Strength, reflexes, coordination, all supernormal.
And then it happens. Now I can see the future much more clearly. With Spider-Man's wife removed from the picture, my revenge is assured. The days that follow are both energizing and frustrating.
There we go. You are feeling better, yes?
Much. I'm almost completely recovered. The details of my plan are rapidly taking shape. But of late, Jameson's paper has hardly mentioned Spider-Man. It's becoming increasingly difficult to keep tabs on Parker or his masked identity. But I must know his current status. I must be ready to strike soon.
Your poor shoulders are so tight.
I've got a lot on my mind.
Well, you mustn't brood so.
How long has it been since a woman fussed over me? Years? Decades? Not since Emily.
Really, Norman, you shouldn't brood so.
My beautiful wife. I never felt as whole, as balanced, as when I was with her. I remember, we had such plans, but they were all dashed when she gave birth to our son. She was taken from me before Harry turned 1 year old. Gaining an heir cost me the finest woman I ever known. It wasn't a fair trade.
You see, your blood pressure is much better when you relax.
I suppose so. I never thought anyone could replace Emily. Perhaps I was wrong. You've done such a marvelous job, Kalina. You've provided a rare balance to my life these past few weeks.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to be relocating soon. And I know you're scheduled to return to Sweden, but if you could, I'd like you to stay on as my private duty nurse.
I think I'd like that too, Mr. Osborn.
Norman.
Norman.
Within the week, we're able to leave the safe house for more suitable surroundings. Welcome, my dear. Welcome to my home.
I wasn't expecting anything so fast.
Do you like it? It was built by my great-grandfather in the late 1800s, but I can tell you all about it later. I know you'll want to freshen up after that long ride. Ruzenka will show you to your quarters.
Come with me, please.
I hope you'll join me for a late supper. Say 9-ish?
I would love to.
Sir, was it wise to bring her here? The whole point of having Bendix hire a European nurse was to help keep your whereabouts secret.
I know what I'm doing, Donald, and I'll thank you not to interfere. 9:03 p.m.
Oh my!
Good evening, Kalina. I'm so glad you could join me. I hope everything is to your liking.
It's magnificent. And a rose. I love roses.
I know. May I have the pleasure of this dance?
You dance very well, Norman.
5 years of lessons. When I was a boy. I hated them then, but this moment makes them all worthwhile.
Should we be together? You are my patient.
Think of it as physical therapy. And isn't it fun?
Yes, but won't we bump into something in the dark?
Don't worry about that. Just put your trust in me. I can guide us through safely. You'll see. The dark is nothing to be afraid of. I learned that years ago from my father.
I'm telling you, there are no monsters in your room.
But Daddy...
Up again? I'm warning you for the last time. Get in bed.
I will.
Father showed me how to be a man. He was wiser than I knew. Over the years, I've learned that darkness can be your friend, if you just embrace it.
Norman.
Yes, let us live for tonight, and plan for all our tomorrows.
Mary Jane, it's been so hard these past few weeks. I miss you so much. I can hardly believe that you're really gone. I love you always love you. Oh my gosh, I'm talking to a billboard. I gotta get away from here. Mary Jane was in such demand as a model. Her face was in so many magazines. And so many billboards. It could be months before they all come down. It was hard enough to accept Mary Jane's death. Running into reminders of her like that, I need something to take my mind off things. Something. Anything.
Should have plugged them.
Come on, you two, let's go!
You should have seen their faces when they saw her.
Well, get ready to ditch them. Once we're safely away.
What's that?
Ah! Spider-Man!
Get him!
There's no way to make a getaway. Picking up your van like some crazy person? Somebody's liable to get hurt.
Sticky, okay?
Don't worry about him. Worry about
Who? Oh, me? You clowns should just be glad the real thing or Hulk didn't find you. They want to play half as nicely as I do.
I gotta get away before...
Going somewhere, Mr. President?
No,
Let me guess. You're not a crook. Sorry, Dick. I'm not buying it. And so, having done his civic duty, our intrepid hero swings off across a bustling metropolis, content in the knowledge that good has once again triumphed over the forces of evil. Yeah, right. Oh well, at least those goons gave me a few minutes of cheap diversion. And on my budget, I'm grateful for anything that's cheap. Whoops, my web pack is starting to dissolve away. I was out swinging longer than I thought. Time to put Spider-Man away and go back to being just another face in the crowd. That's one advantage to living in Manhattan. Unless you're running up a wall or swinging on a web, no one pays you much attention. Sometimes I wonder why I stick around this town. So many painful memories. Ah, knock it off, Parker. It hasn't all been bad, right? At least Aunt May is still alive and doing well. She's been a brick through all this craziness. I don't know what I could have done without her.
Dum dum dee da dum.
Any mail for me? I'm Parker, Peter. Apartment 6B.
Yeah, here you go.
Free sample tube of toothpaste. All right. I was almost out. And these days, any cash I can save.
I hear you, man. Take it easy.
Thanks. You too.
Yes, the gas worked like a charm, deadening Parker's spider sense. He didn't flinch, didn't give me even a second thought. Everything is turning out just as I'd planned. Soon, very soon, I'll have Parker right where I want him.
Hey there, my fellow webheads. Just wanted to swing on by. Get it? Because it's Spider-Man, so I swing around on... Anyways, if you like this content, if you want to help support your fellow neighborhood Spider-Man and everyone else included in these, feel free to like and subscribe. If not, don't worry about it, but there's more to come. So, doesn't hurt nothing, right? Anyways, I gotta go fight some more crime, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya!